Good morning, this is Kuro. Got a tier 10 game in my Grozovoy, still grinding out the legendary module. Going over the matchmaking, we're looking at a Missouri, potentially a Minotaur or a Buffalo for radar. DD wise, looking at a Gearing, Shima, Jutland, Kitakaze, rounding out the destroyer threats to me. And this game's gonna be another one of those games just showing you how Russian destroyers cap. And this one starts out with me pushing in and I almost get too deep. There's more enemies at C cap than I originally, think. And, I get nicked a little bit for it, but I'm able to just keep working on things and turn this into a pretty solid victory for our team. So I'm pushing up here. I'm trying to detect any battleships, anything big for me just to start shooting right now. And the reason being that the quicker I get fire pressure on those guys, the quicker they start turning out, and the quicker I start getting breathing room on the cap for me just to push in. And who cares if I'm detected? You're too far away to hit me. And at that time when the enemy support's too far away to hit me, I can just steamroll whatever destroyer is in my way. Unfortunately, my team's a little slow getting up here. I get spotted briefly, and I'm spotted before the enemy is really detected, so I'm starting my typical engagement right there. And then Kitakaze and a Wooster pops up on my flank. And I'm going to turn this volume down a little bit. Nah, there we go. We'll leave that right there, see how it turns out. But I got nicked for about 25% of my HP. I pop a heal. It's not a big deal. They're going to get this cap. There's nothing I can really do about that at this stage of the game. I'm just going to throw some torpedoes out there. Maybe I get lucky, hit a DD still on cap. But at this point, I'm just going to start gunboating. And this Bismarck's slowing down, so I need to adjust my lead. That's what happens when you're looking more at the mini-map than you are what you're shooting at. And why I'm looking at the mini-map more is I'm looking for the Kitakaze to see if he wants to come out and play. If the Kitakaze starts shooting, obviously he's a threat that I need to deal with immediately. His DPM is just too good to really not try to deal with that. I pick up a torpedo on a DD in the cap, so that's always a really good start to things. DDs obviously are they're the #1 target that I'm looking to nail. This Minotaur's pushing broadside out in front of a Montana, Massachusetts. How this guy's not getting wrecked, I don't know. But I'm basically throwing my shots in there myself. Pick up a fire on him, but it looks like he's repaired the fire. I don't know why the Massachusetts is YOLOing into that many ships. We're massively outnumbered on this flank, and he caps it off by just turning broadside, giving it up. So kind of is what it is there. I don't understand that style of play. If your DD, if it's too hot for your DD to be in cap, why would you try to take a battleship in there? So I'm coming around, and we've got a Yamato that's pushing in, and I'm just gonna go on ahead and start working on him. I'm just gonna keep kiting away. And I'm not really paying attention too closely how I'm shooting, and that's because I'm still looking for this Kitakaze, because this guy should try to ambush me, smoking up and just trying to farm me. That's how I would handle a Grozovoy trying to do this to my team. I basically would push up a bit, and it's not like we have any major radar threats. We're down to 3 ships out here. The Salem, if he brought radar at all, it's very short range. Minotaur's trying to shoot me again, and I'm just evading. Gonna throw some additional Make-A-Wishes out there in an area that I kind of suspect, if the Kitakaze is there, that would be where I would try to smoke up and try to farm me. But I got briefly undetected when I went behind that island, so I'm starting to think that maybe the DD's not here. Maybe they bailed and they're headed to B. But regardless, I'm just gonna keep working on these guys. It's just us 3 ships. We've got 1, 2. We've got 3 ships plus whatever DDs are still here. Looks like there's a Henry that's kind of could be in the area. Get another fire on the Yamato. I'm just gonna switch target to this Bismarck. He's getting pretty cheeky here, trying to push up, and I just want to get that pressure on him, and then he goes and repairs 1 fire. So he's got to be punished. That Minotaur is still just cranking shot after shot at me, and all it's really doing is driving up my potential damage. We've got 1 unrepairable fire on this Bismarck, and he's trying to turn out, trying to get safe, and I'm just, working him over. I get a 2nd unrepairable fire, and I think my Salem gets a 3rd one on the stern of him. I know he's likely dead, but we need guns out of the fight, so I'm just going to keep focusing this guy down, and I don't want to risk him being able to get a heal off that buys him enough time to get his damage control up while he's running away, and he gets far enough away he's able to disengage. That would be a disaster if he was able to heal back that fire damage. So at this point, we're at almost 1.8 million potential damage, largely thanks to this Minotaur, who's just been slinging shells all over the place towards us, but hasn't really been able to get any sort of real punishment on me. And Shima had overextended. I caught him. And we're just going to try to take this guy out. He's smoking up. You can smoke, but it ain't going to save you. These are some big hits. There we go. Shim is down. And now things are starting to thin out here. We're starting to kill our way to the point where we might be able to contest this cap. Now my game plan is, I saw this Minotaur smoke up over here. I just want to drop torps into this smoke, just deny that, even if I don't hit him, I just want to deny this concealment to him. And I'm just going to go ahead and step on the cap. I've got a Montana pushing up, a Salem pushing up. This is our time to contest this cap. This Montana's given too much broadside though to this Minotaur. He's taken too much damage. This Yamato's pushing up, and I'm gonna use the first of my smoke screens right here. I want this cap, so I'm smoking up so I can sit here and just work this guy over. But unfortunately, that Montana's really taken a pounding. Come on, fires. Never any fires when you want them. And if you look, I'm having some sketchy dispersion right here, and you know, looking at it now, I probably should unlock my guns and relock them on target just to make sure that my gun lock didn't bug out. I got 2 fires on the Yamato. He repaired them, and I'm just, you know, still chipping away, trying to, you know, do what I can to help my team out. I pick up an unrepairable fire. That's pretty much gonna sink this this Yamato. And my team is able to finish off this Yamato. So at this point, we've kind of swung things. We've killed everything that was defending C cap. We're starting to push into B cap. And at this point, I've still got 2 smokes. I've only got 1 speed boost left, and 1 repair. So I still have some consumables to use. I'm popping speed boost because this Salem, he's low HP. He's got a Kitakaze that can farm him. You know, the gearing can smoke up. There's a lot of bad things that can happen to this guy. I want to get up here and be able to bring my guns into the mix, where if one of these destroyers tries to pick a fight with him, that I'm able to help him out. So Salem went north around the island and the cap. I'm going to go south, mainly just trying to track down where these enemy ships are. I spot the Henry. Actually, that might be the Hindenburg, or not the Hindenburg. No, that's me spotting him. Hindenburg was behind the island. So I'm just headed in this direction. I basically want to zone out this entire area of the map. Try to secure it for the Salem, Montana, all those guys pushing, even the Yamato's coming back through here. I pick up the Henry again. My team's getting some shots off on the Henry. And again, that gunfire from my team is forcing that guy back, and it's going to give me, you know, a window of opportunity to, you know, if there's any DDs up here, where I might be able to get a jump on them. And ultimately, my friendly Hindenburg puts him down. We've got all 3 caps. We've got, you know, 200 plus points lead. We're in pretty good shape now. They're just down to 2 DDs, and I'm popping my repair there. It's not the full amount of HP, but I basically just want to lock in as much HP as I can right now, because we haven't seen these guys in a while, and I kind of think that they're going to be stacked up right on top of each other, and it would be one big fight now. Kitakaze gets spotted up there. Just throw some, you know, Make-A-Wish torpedoes back up around that island. My game plan is I'm just going to drive right up there and basically just pick a fight. And this isn't the most elegant solution, but the hard part is Kitakaze. Its concealment is so much better than mine that I basically need to push in, detect him, and then try to kite out. Now, if this guy was smart, he would be using AP right now, and he probably would have killed me. And right now, I'm trying to get my Salem pop radar. Why you wouldn't pop radar, I don't know, unless you don't have it. But I know torps are incoming, so I'm just gonna get moving. And I'm gonna pick him up again. He had his guns off me, so it basically took him a minute to try to bring his guns back on target, and that gave me a window of opportunity to kite away. And this is where the Russians beat the Japanese gunboats, is just kiting away. Now I'm noting that I'm detected right here. So this gearing, he's either down here or up in here somewhere. But the game ends. We take it on points. Nice little chunk of credits. Complimenting the Hindenburg and the Salem. They played this very well, very patient, methodical, and they were a huge hand in allowing us to carry this. And you can see, you know, some of the work I did on these DDs. You know, just a lot of harassment pressure on Bismarck, Yamato. you know, all in all, this was is really good battle. I'm grinding credits right now for the legendary module, so you know that's what it gave you the breakdown of what the credits all look like. Why I broke a million. It's not a mission or anything like that. It's just I'm running just about every credit multiplier there is in the game, along with the premium camo. So here's another Grozovoy game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later.